Hello there. Welcome, friends. We're back with Crusader Kings 3. For those who don't know, we are playing as Norway. We actually recently became Norwegian, so it's now actually called Norway instead of Noreger or whatever. This is us. Got a peg leg because we had, I think it was like consumption or something. It was like some disease that was causing us issues, and the doctor cut our leg off, and we're actually better. We no longer have whatever that disease was, which is great. This is our son, our firstborn, our heir, and this is our wife. Let's get playing, shall we? So where we left off... Well, where we left off before that, the entire empire had been split up into multiple different pieces because I'm an idiot and didn't know really how succession worked. But now all that's fixed. Now we have all of Norway, which is, we had that anyway. We've got Denmark and this part of Britain, the important part. So, thanks to the fact that we have all that, we also have these three kingdom titles: Kingdom of England, Kingdom of Denmark, and Kingdom of Norway. Now here's the thing. Number one, so our ultimate goal here is to secure the High Kingdom of the North Sea. And currently, we have all these things checked except for holding those three specific kingdom titles that we have already for 30 years apiece. Hello, Mixmax. We are 59 years old. How long have we had... Let's just look at the Kingdom of Norway. How long have we had the Kingdom of Norway? We've had it since 944. The year is currently 966. Which means... we've only got, like, a few more years before we've held this kingdom for 30 years. So that's good. The difficult one is going to be England, because that's the one we've had for the shortest amount of time. Let's see how much longer we have to wait until that. So we just acquired it 959. So we acquired this in 959. It's 966. We still need to hold this title for like 23 years or something like that. And because I'm 59, that means I'd have to be like 80 something. I'd have to live to be like 80 something for me to have the Kingdom of England long enough that I can form the High Kingdom of the North Sea. I don't really see that happening. We're trying our best. We're living with the medicine lifestyle focus, which does give us a health boost, and basically we're going to keep that going until, like, you know, we get Iron Constitution, and specifically Know Thyself is going to be important. So what this game is about, Mixmax, is it's a historical game of rulership. I think that's the best way to put it. Because I'm not playing as Norway. I'm playing as the King of Norway. None of this land matters. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't. I can lose all this land, but as long as I, the person, am still alive and still have any land at all under my name, I am still in the game. Also, it's a game about succession, because I'm gonna die at some point. I'm 59 years old. The year is 966. I could maybe try to live a few more decades, but I'm gonna die soon. Which means I have to set up heirs. Specifically, my firstborn son. Leother Valdemarson Yngling. He is going to inherit a few of my titles when I die. And the goal is to basically either have things set up exactly how I need before I die and just make sure he inherits a good empire, or set things up to be as easy for him to do things after I die. So basically, plan A is I need to live long enough for me to hold on to all these titles for 30 years and form the High Kingdom of the North Sea. We could do that. It's possible. If we get lucky, we don't die of some illness or even old age until then, we can do it. But there's also basically plan B, which is succession. We don't have high partition. We only have Confederate partition, which means all my titles will be divided up among all my sons pretty evenly when I die. Because it's male preference, it only cares about the sons. If I have any daughters whatsoever, but I have a son, the game only cares about sons. Yeah, you can kind of see it right here. If I were to die this very instant, my heir gets Norway, the High Chiefdom of Viking, which is a duchy, and the Chiefdom of Binkelmork, which is a county. We're gonna lose Denmark, England, and Ulstergotland. England is an interesting one because this is actually based on an election. A Saxon elective. That's what England is. A Saxon elective, which means they don't really... I mean, they do kind of care about lineage, but what's more important to them is, are they a valid ruler that can get this title when the current holder dies? So England is going to be a little bit of a tough one, because I'm going to have to get all these Saxons to vote for my son. Currently, you want a random expression, friend? I will randomize that expression for you. Okay. There's your expression. So basically, what I need to do it's going to be a lot easier if I can just live long enough and hold these titles for 30 years apiece. More realistically, I'm going to have to make actual preparations for the possibility of me dying before that can happen. So what do we have here? Personal do I even have a personal deity? I don't think I've chosen that yet, actually. No, I have not. So let's actually do that. Let's choose a personal deity. So intrigue, martial, stewardship and prowess, or fertility and control growth. I was kind of hoping one of these would actually boost my health, but it doesn't seem like I'm gonna get that lucky. I guess... Honestly, I think I might go for Thor. Because Thor would give me bonus stewardship, which I currently really struggle in the realm of stewardship. I only have a stewardship of 7. And a little boost in prowess, which would also be very good for me. So yeah, let's do that. Let's determine our personal deity, and we're gonna go with Thor, friend of humanity. So there we go. Where is that? There it is. Yep, stewardship and prowess, all being boosted. Okay. Here's another interesting possibility. We could go all in on the elections, because I know Norway also has a special elective type. Let's see, so partition succession makes us weak and divided. Perhaps the realm's magnates would accept a historical alternative. So we may pick the elective succession type based on our culture. We are Norwegian. It will be applied to any of my top ranked titles using partition succession. I think this is only going to apply to Norway, like specifically the Kingdom of Norway right here. But based on the way it's worded, it might also apply to Denmark. I would kind of hope it only applies to the former. I would like it to only apply to Norway, because if I have two kingdom titles that are election based and one that is not, I'm pretty sure your heir is guaranteed the non-elective title, and then if you win both the elections, they end up as king of those 2 other kingdoms, which would make things very easy for me. Assuming I win the elections, of course, and the likelihood of me winning the election in England isn't very high. Sure, my heir has some support. You know, currently rank 2. I'm putting all my votes behind him. And I get more votes because I'm king. But he's still not winning the election. That's the problem. The actual... Let's sort by rank. Yeah, so the actual person winning the election is Duke Alfred, who is the former King of England. And the reason people are voting for him is he's Catholic and Anglo-Saxon. The Anglo-Saxons don't want Norwegians on the throne of England. So they're all voting for their former king. So what do we do about this? Well, one thing, any electors, because these are the people that have the eligibility to vote in certain directions. Oh, yep, thank you for reminding me of that. I will turn that off now, actually. These are the people that are eligible to vote in the election. If I can get any of these people that are voting for the former king, preferably all of them, but as many as I can. If I can get as many as I can to vote for the former king... No, not to vote for the former king, to vote for my son instead, he gets the throne. But that's gonna be tough. I don't even know if I can do it. This person in particular, I need to sway. I need to get them on my side somehow to actually vote for my son. So I need possibly a hook on this person if I can. But alternatively, I could What does swaying even do for me in this situation? I'm not sure, but they want on my council. I don't know if I have any good council seats for you. I guess you'd make a decent spy master, but because of how much you hate me, I'm not making you my spy master. That's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, everything you're either terrible at, or I have someone way better than you. So no. No, no, no. We're gonna just say screw you. This is gonna be tough to squeeze out. I really do think my best bet is to just not die. That's my best bet, is to not die in the next, like, 20-something years. Hello, sheepish vampire. On the good news, well, for good news, my kingdom is for the most part at peace. And while there are factions rising up against me, they're not strong enough to actually do anything. So, as long as we can maintain that, maintain the peace in our kingdom, and not die, we should be groovy. Tuning in from the airport, didn't know I played CK3. Yeah, I do play CK. Crusader Kings 3 is one of my favorite games of all times. I know a lot of people that are fans of franchise are like big fans of 2, and some of them have preferences for 2 and think 2 is better than 3 just because it's been a lot more developed with like expansions and DLC. I still have a lot of fun with 3, and I never played 2, so you know, it's a fun game. I love it. We did not start with 1066. We actually started in like the 867 start. And yeah, Scotland had Iceland temporarily. It looks like there was a recent rebellion or something. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. You know, 3 tries to be a little bit more serious, although there is still wacky stuff that can happen. I don't care what this person's name is. My spy master... Someone's planning to kill my... I don't care if they kill my guest, honestly. So yeah, you know, I like 3 a lot. I'm hoping... I mean, there are gonna be more expansions. This is Paradox. They are gonna have so many expansions for this game. Right now, there's only just, like, I think maybe 2 out. There's the one that I'm playing right now, which is, it's like the Norse flavor pack or whatever, which is why we're playing as Norway. You're a fan of Paradox Grand Strategies, except Victoria. I haven't touched Victoria either, but yeah, I am a big fan. Also, this is my heir who has a daughter. I don't really care what her name is. Yeah, so I haven't touched Victoria either myself, but I am a huge fan of Paradox games. I love Crusader Kings. I love Stellaris. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to play Hearts of Iron, because HOI 4, I don't know what it is. I'm just really bad at that game. like, I'll be fine for the first year of the war, and then all my resources are gone, and now I have no more resources whatsoever, so I can't fight the war anymore. And I've tried and tried to figure out how to play the game and what's the best way to manage resources and all that stuff, and also there's this whole thing where you can manage specifically what is in a battalion or whatever, and I don't know the best way to go about that either. One day I will learn, but it'll be a while. So my vassal has brought undeniable evidence that someone is the father of someone. Good for that person. Yeah, Heart of Iron seems like a very fun game. It's just, the reason I don't know how to play it, and this is actually the reason for it, is the way I learned how to play Crusader Kings 3 and Stellaris was actually by watching a specific YouTuber play through both of those games. And because that one VTuber has not done a playthrough of Heart of Iron, I don't know how to play the game. That's the reason. That is actually the reason. Because the tutorial does shit. The tutorial doesn't teach you anything you need to know about how to play the game. Watching people play the game is, in my opinion, the best way to play it. I mean, the best way to learn how to play it. But the best person to learn it from, in my opinion, hasn't done a series on that game. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't learn how to play the game except try it out by myself. Yeah, I hear a lot of people do trial by fire for Paradox games, and I think a lot of people will stand by that's probably the best way to learn how to play it. But as for... yeah, sure, I'll let her visit the court. Yeah, this event is bugged for some reason. It pops up like 2 or 3 times in a row. Yeah, as for myself, I mean, I guess I could do trial by fire stuff, but here's the thing. I still don't learn the things about I still don't learn things about stuff that I think is important to learn about. Specifically for Heart of Iron, if I just do it myself. Because with the whole thing where you have to like manage who's in a specific battalion and like how to group them and the best way to like when's the best time to charge in and what's the best way to get to balance your civilian versus military factories. All that stuff is, I feel, difficult. I feel like if I did that completely by myself without anyone to hold my hand, I would never learn it. Because it's just way too complicated. But I did try. Like, I did try my own playthrough of Heart of Iron, and I did also try watching another YouTuber play it that wasn't the YouTuber that I usually rely on for Paradox games. I could maybe learn it, but it's a steep curve. That's the thing. I want to find someone that can teach me how to play it. So what's going on here? I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He is losing too much blood. Where's the physician? The healer is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. It might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if he stepped out of thin air, my realm priest is at my side. He rolls up his sleeves and looks at me. So, I could try to heal this person myself. No. This is healing in myself. This is having my realm priest help me. And this is to just let him bleed out. I'm not going to do that. This person's not good at anything at all whatsoever, so it's not the worst thing ever if he dies, so... But yeah, hand me the tourniquet. He screams and thrashes, even though 3 grown men weigh him down. Every step of the way is a battle, but he remains calm. That's my realm priest. Eventually, a quiet focus settles over us. I'm not sure how he managed, but in the end, it seems like the soldier will live. There was an impressive feat. That was an impressive feat, Valdemar, Arnie says with a tired smile. It was an honor to serve at your side. So, I have now become friends with my realm priest. I gained a little bit of learning lifestyle, and this person joined my court. And I now have a strong hook on this person, which is nice. Yeah, so, anyway, one of my prisoners is dead. My thoughts on culture expansion for Crusader Kings? I have no thoughts because I'm not following too closely with what that is, actually. I did have... Yeah, I'm not really sure what culture expansion you're talking about. Oh, are you talking about... Oh, no, never... I'm dumb. Hold on. No, you're specifically talking about the Norwegian expansion, right? The, yeah, like the actual expansion you can purchase for this game that I'm playing right now called Crusader Kings. Yeah, oh, the one that's coming out? I have not heard of one coming out, but the one that came out, the one that I'm playing right now, is pretty fun. You can duel people, which is fun. Okay, yeah, no, I've not heard of the next one that's coming out. What is that one? Yeah, sure, I'll join you at your feast. Yep, feasty time. Gotta love the feasts. Oh. Oh. That's kind of interesting. I'll have to look into that. Yeah. If that's basically all it is as an expansion is the fact that you can create cultures and stuff like that, I think that is a little bit weak. But yeah, no. Oh, they actually... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could get behind that. I just want them to add new stuff to this game. That's what I care about. Yeah, I'll have to look that up after the stream. What I especially want... Honestly, I don't really know what I especially want. I guess, like, there were relics and stuff that you could get in Crusader Kings 2 that you can't... that isn't a thing in this game. I would think it'd be kind of cool if they brought those back. You know, having an actual treasury that's more than just, like, gold. Anyway, what's going on here? As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my half-sister goes on and on about tome collections. That was how he salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? So this is my half-sister. I could just tell her to buzz off, because I'm reclusive. No, I'm irritable, not reclusive. So everyone else would gain me 10 opinion. She loses 30 opinion of me, and I can form a rivalry with her, but I lose stress and gain prestige. You know what? Sure, why not? Fuck you, half-sister. No one likes you. Oh, new mechanic called Grandeur. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Who the fuck are you? Okay, what? You're just here. You're Norwegian. What's your problem with me? Why don't you like me? Oh, I fired you from the council. You want a seat on the council. You don't like the fact that we're at peace. I don't know what to do about you. I mean, we could sway you. Who am I currently swaying, by the way? Am I swaying anyone? If not, I should absolutely be swaying someone. So let's sway you. It's gonna take 2 years because I have, like, no diplomacy. Actually, 0 diplomacy. So, like, art, fancy furniture, good food in your court to impress people and attract higher star. Ew, okay, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I just want more stuff to get out of the game. So the feast is dwindling down. I find myself deep in conversation with the half-sister that I just insulted. She inquires about my opinion on tome collections. So I could try to flirt with my half-sister. I could say I don't care. Or... yeah, let's do this. Make her like me a little bit more after I just insulted her. And, okay, so that's not the faction I care about. Aha, so I just got drunk and revealed someone's secret. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Sheepish. There are certain play styles to this game that definitely need to be fleshed out a little bit more. Yeah, development is kind of weird. It's really just like a number that keeps moving up. And it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. So... what a feast. Cool. It was a good feast. I lost stress. We became... We like each other more. I don't want to lose my throne. Remember what I was just saying with how at the start of the stream I said all we have to do is keep our empire at peace. This is not going well. Sorry about your internet, Mixmax. I did drop some frames here a minute ago. So, I was having internet issues too. I guess I really don't like... I don't like this at all. Is there people in my prison I can execute? I have prisoners. Can I execute you? Uh-huh. That gains me dread. I gain piety. He's Catholic, so I can do this without being a tyrant. Yeah, let's kill you. You're Catholic and Polish. Let's kill you as well. And you are Slovenian. Oh, I can kill you too. Let's do that. Okay, dread is back up to 88. executed all those prisoners. Wait a month for the game to register the fact that I executed those people, but hopefully some of these people should leave this faction now that I've shown that I'm not afraid to kill innocent people. They're not innocent, they were Catholic. 2 of them were Catholic. Yeah, Dread has like no drawbacks whatsoever. You just kill everyone you want. Oh, hello Mecha Mecha! Okay, so that faction's gone, probably because my Dread is so high now. They're still at this threshold where they're still gaining discontent, but I got a shit ton of money. What if I bribe you? 5 opinion? I mean, it's 37 gold, sure. Take it. Take the money. Take my money. Yeah, it's not gonna do much for you either, is it? Oh, it's gonna do a little bit more. 13, 44. Yeah, let's just pay off everyone. Because we're sitting on so much money right now. In fact, sending you a gift might make you leave the faction, because you kind of like me. Yeah, exactly, Shadow Killer. Hello, friend. Yeah, just throw all the money at everyone. That one didn't do much. That one did a little bit, and you. Sure, there you go. Now, any of you feel compelled to leave the faction, just do so. So the stat my spouse is currently boosting, I usually just... Actually, why is she on coordinate? Oh, because I was planning to No, let's just have you assist my ruler. I guess... But honestly, my spouse... Like, she's got decent diplomacy, but... I don't know, I usually just have them assist ruler unless I'm planning to assassinate someone, in which case I switch it over to intrigue. Faction. Oh, it dropped below the threshold, that's good. Yeah, assist ruler. Basically, oh, great, now it's dropping. I guess some people that play this game rarely use assist ruler. I usually just do it because I know I'll forget to switch back between various things. And I also know for a fact that besides core intrigue, I'm not really gonna do anything else. But yeah, basically, you could choose one of these 5 to have her or him focus on a specific stat boost, which will do a lot. Or assist ruler is just like a very small stat boost that's still relevant to your spouse's skills. So yeah, it does actually do something. It's just not perfect. And hello. A few things happened. Number 1, one of my counselors died. It was my spy master. Okay. Switch to learning when raising authority. Okay. Good to know. I'll try to keep that in mind. So now what? I need to find a new spy master. You are the best one for the job. You're my marshal currently. Do we have someone else that could be a marshal? We do. My half-brother could be my marshal. Is there anyone who wants to be on the council? You want to be on the council. It wouldn't be great to put you on the council. But let's go back to intrigue here. So if I don't reassign my marshal. Alright, have a safe flight, Sheepish, and it was fun having you chat. Let's see. Let's see. Like, it's not the worst thing if I have a counselor that has a few points lower. Or any of you powerful... Yeah, you're the powerful vassal, but... Here's the thing, making you my spy master would be the worst decision I've ever made in my life. So no, I'm not making the Duke of Kent my spy master. This High Chiefess, though. So she doesn't like me, but she will start liking me more when I put her on the council, and she wants to be on the council. So welcome to the council. There you go. She does actually like me now. Number 2. We just earned ourselves a new perk. Let's start washing our hands. You know, because people, wash your hands. It's important. It reduces the risk of spreading disease. Okay. Stability is now better. I still have to deal with the fact that I'm 61, my health is poor, and I still need to hold on to the kingdom title of England for a long, long time. Let's take a look at this election. Go back to... Where's the election? I could remove the law. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Alright. I think I know what we're gonna do here. We're gonna say, fuck democracy. No, 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 no. We're not electing a leader. We're not electing an heir to the Kingdom of England. No, no, no. We're doing succession. We're doing successive elective. Well, not elective. Successive inheritance. None of this election bull crap. We don't do that here. Boom, remove that. So now, sure, my son will now be the new heir. So here's the thing that we want to look at. So my son is, my primary son and heir is going to inherit this. By the way, how are you looking, my friend? He's feeling fine. He's not the best. He's craven. He's got horrible stats. So who's my next in line? Kettle. You've got better stats. And here's the thing. He's a fortune builder. My primary heir is a tough soldier. They're both quick. Ooh. Okay. Kettle's looking promising. Let's take a look at Ulfiger. Yeah, you're kind of terrible too. And you. Well, you're forgiving. That's a sin. We don't forgive. God, I've got so many sons. This Valdemar. Oh. Oh. He's handsome. He's handsome. Zealous, trusting, wrathful. Sure, he's a child of a concubine. We have a few promising children. Also, this person can marry. My son. Okay, let's find you a wife that has a good trait. Any good traits at all? Oh, here's this person's hail. Cool. Marry that person. I just don't know what to do, chat. There's so many options here. Again, ideally, I just live long enough to where I can just create that title, the Empire title. But realistically, that might not happen. I'm doing everything I can, but realistically, we have to accept the fact that I'm going to very likely die soon. Not soon, but soon, you know, in a few years. I think it's best to have a backup, like, have the backup plan. It pains me to do this. But Leoter? I really don't like doing this. I don't like disinheriting children. Number one, because it actually consumes renown, which is a very useful currency. Yeah, it's so cool. Shadow Killer, it's so cool. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna disinherit you. We have other options. We do have other options. Oh, hello, Annie. It's good to see you here, friend. Our other options, because you're a terrible fighter. You are Craven. The problem is likelihood of dying in battle minus 50% because he will literally just run away at the first sight of danger. So he's actually suited to not die on the battlefield, which kinda sucks. If I disinherit him, you become my next in line. You're diligent. Oh, did they change diligent? I think they changed diligent. I could have sworn diligent used to be +1 across the board, but now it's +2 diplomacy, +3 stewardship, and +3 learning. That's interesting. Yeah, because I could swear diligent used to be +1 across the board. It's still pretty good. Like, more than +1 on 3 different stats is really good. He's arrogant, which does have its downsides, but that prestige bonus is really useful, especially since we're still tribal. And fickle, fickle I can take or leave. It's not the most useful trait, but there are worse traits to have. I think Kettle would be a good heir. I'm sorry, Leother. Okay. So Leother has now been disinherited. He still likes me, because we're best friends. Living legend. I like to think that I talked over this with Leother to basically say, hey son, I really don't think you'd be that great of a ruler. You're a bit gluttonous, which isn't the worst, gluttony is not terrible, but you're a coward. We all know it. Everyone knows that you're a coward. You can't rule a kingdom. So I disinherited him. So now my actual new heir is Kettle. Kettle is going to inherit Norway. He is not going to inherit Denmark and not England. We do expect that. That's to be expected. He also inherits these 2 things, doesn't inherit this high chiefdom. So Kettle's our new heir, which is good. But I just have so many sons. Like, besides Kettle, I have 1, 2, 3 sons. And it's going to be painful to disinherit all of those sons, especially if Kettle ends up dying somehow. Like, we don't know. Kettle might die before I do. He might get into a duel or something. Even if it doesn't help out succession, I still think it was the right thing to do to not play as Leother, because look at how terrible those stats are, and he didn't get a good education, and he's craven. It's just, I can't justify playing as someone as horrible as him. My spy master has come to me with grave news. Someone wants to kill my daughter-in-law. Good for them. I don't care. By the way, as what always happens when I take those edibles, I just kind of have a mellow state of mind for like 1 or 2 days afterwards. So, and because I took twice as many as I usually do yesterday, I'm feeling quite mellow today. If you couldn't already tell, I'm sure you could tell. Great, we've got more factions being made. Love to see it. So. By the way, the more I think about it, the more excited I am for this whole Steam... What's it called? Like the Steam Deck? Basically, the Switch that can play PC games, essentially. I'm excited for that thing. The reason I'm excited is, number one, being, it'd be cool to play PC games on the TV without having to, drag this PC out onto the onto an HDMI cable into the living room. And I guess there might be a way to cast it too, but that I don't think there is. But number two, and probably the more important one, is the ability to play games like this one, like Crusader Kings, when I'm away visiting family. Like, sure, I can bring my laptop with me, and my laptop has the ability to run games too. But I don't know, I think it'd just be more convenient to have the Steam Deck. And that thing, I think they said, is scheduled to be released December 2022. So it'll be next year. But that would be a good thing to have. You know, it just seems super useful. Because I love the Switch as a portable gaming thing. Super nice. So Steam Deck, so that I can run basically all these games that I'm like, well, I really wish they were on the Switch so that I could play them. Like Stellaris, like Crusader Kings, like Fallout. For whatever reason, there's not a Fallout game on the Switch. Even though they ported Skyrim. Why haven't they ported any of the Fallouts? Because it's been a while since I played any Fallout games. Yeah, Fallout. I am a Fallout fan. Not as big of a Fallout fan as I am an Elder Scrolls fan, but Fallout is still very fun and very good. And I want to... It's been a while since I've touched any of the Fallouts. I'm gonna do a series at some point on my stream for any of the games. I have not, but one of my favorite content creators is a huge proponent for the survival mode, and he basically plays it all the time. I personally think I would be very stressed out trying to play the survival mode, but I think it's worth a shot. By the way, I have this unpressed claim on this chiefdom. Oh. I don't want it. Wessex. Somehow I have a claim on Wessex. Okay. And then there's this place which we have. And Hampshire, which again, I don't need it. And be sure to check out our two VTubers of the week, Valera and Ashlyn. Yeah, but you know, it'd be cool to be able to do it on the stream, on the Steam Deck. You know, play Fallout, because that's just something I want. I want to get back into Fallout. Fallout is a fun game. Any of them are. But was this the Duke that was winning the election for England? He's got the same pretty face. Hang on. Yeah. Yep. The Duke of Lancaster. I used to have a strong hook on him, and now that hook is gone for some reason. Which is a little bit dangerous. Having someone who absolutely despises me and not having a strong hook on them. Ooh, that could lead to disaster. So here's an interesting thing to think about. Oh, Valdemar has come of age. Good for him. How old? Astute intellectual. Cool, good for him. We'll find you a wife. Hopefully a wife that has a good trait. Aw, two good traits. Pure-blooded and comely. Well, let's absolutely get that into our bloodline. Also, You want to offer up this person as a concubine. No, I'm not taking any more concubines. I don't want to reproduce anymore. I have way too many sons for my own good. Okay. So I know a lot of people like to rapidly expand their kingdom, and I totally could. I totally could, you know, run another conquest somewhere. Like, I could probably try to take Scotland, or whatever Scotland is technically right now. I could. But I want to keep stability as... I'm kind of in a dilemma where right now I don't want to overextend my reach to get more people into my empire that will hate me and try to overthrow me. But at the same time, me not going to war is causing stability issues because we are is it Asatru? I think it's being Asatru basically means, yeah, we're warmongers. Yeah, basically it replaces the offensive war opinion, which is people don't like you being in an offensive war, and replaces it with a peace opinion that makes people not like you if you've been at peace for too long. And that's kind of where I'm at. The last war I was in was this war. And the game crashed. You'll love to see that. Oh, I see it. Yeah, the Royal Court expansion. Okay. I wonder if the Royal Court expansion comes with the, like, special edition that comes with the... I think it's like a season pass. But I know they confirmed that having the season pass to Crusader Kings 3 will not give you all the DLC that come out. It'll only give you like the first few. So I wonder if that DLC is covered by this one too. Also, how long has it been? When did the game crash relative to what I was doing? Okay, well, we already disinherited you. That's the important thing. No, close that. There we go. Basically, this is mostly going to be a talking stream because I really don't have all that much going on that I want to do. Oh, I got a weak hook on this person. Okay. Someone wants to kill my wife? Yeah, sure, let's stop that from happening. Yep, there was the hook expiration, so that was about where the game crashed. Let's drop a save. Save over that save. Overwrite. So... yeah, I really don't have any plans other than just don't die. So, how's everyone doing? Y'all having a good day? Yep, here it was. Valdemar came of age. My brother died of natural causes. Oh, the install a new king faction is dead. Hell yeah. So there's an excellent wife that I found you. Well, she's not there anymore, so I guess you can have Melina. Yep, and then there was the offering a concubine. Now there's a new faction. Oh shit, I didn't mean to accept that. Well, I guess I have a new concubine now. Lovely. Yep, no. Goodbye, I don't need you. Faction. So this is a new faction. A new person wants someone on the English throne. It's my nephew. It's being supported by this guy of Wessex. Now, a good thing about him is he's actually Norwegian and Ossetru, which is nice. Speaking of, that's another thing we need to be keeping in mind and doing our best at is slowly converting England over to being Norwegian and Ossetru, because they will like us more if we do that. We won't have all these stability issues. Let's see, so as I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone of glass, even old men struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. So I could ask for my realm priest to help me. That gives me some learning lifestyle, which is good. I could buy them myself, or I could sell them for money. I'll take the assistance, honestly. Like, him having a weak hook, sure, you want to pay less taxes, go ahead, friend. Also, that faction's gone. Yep, here's a new faction. For the Norwegian throne. And this person got swayed. Okay, so we don't need to sway her anymore. She's now on the council. She likes me enough. You. Ooh. Yeah, I'll just sway you. Like, he'd make a decent chancellor. But my chancellor is better, even though my current chancellor isn't a so-called powerful vassal. I'd still rather have him have good stats. Let's see, Heralder. So this is my half-brother. Oh, right. The recent death of my brother, High Chieftain Heralder, has left his loved ones grieving the loss of a great man. As one of those closest to the deceased, I could take up the mantle of hosting a suitable funeral. It is a tradition amongst good Ossetruans that we bury our noblest with a boat, the better to carry them to Valhalla, and surely Heralder deserves a high distinction. So I could spend some money to get a small symbolic stone ship. I could spend a decent amount for a better one, or a lot for even more. Yeah, an ornate sailing ship. You deserve the best, my brother, my dead brother. Okay. Yeah, I hope none of you came here looking for action, because the only action we've got going on is basically trying to keep our empire stable and keep myself alive. Because I do not trust myself with succession. I'm not going to just disinherit all those kids. Who does that? It costs so much of my renown, and I want my renown to get those cool traits. I'd rather have cool traits. A life to remember. I stand in front of the small crowd of mourners, eyes sweeping over each of the weeping bereaved in turn, and begin my speech. Haraldr was so many things. He was a fine high chieftain, an illustrious man, and a devoted servant of Odin. But to me, first and foremost, he was my brother. We will never see his like again. The barrow behind me already contains a purpose-built vessel, the product of exotic woods and our best shipwrights. It will never sail mortal oceans, but may please the gods and bring blessings on the deceased. Retainers carrying the last of the burial treasures, then, finally, Haraldr's corpse is laid on atop its bier. Close the mound, I lose a bunch of stress and gain a bunch of prestige. Probably didn't need to spend as much as I did on that. But I have a lot of stuff. Okay, oh, hello! Hi, friend! So, I have a hook that's gonna expire on this person. I could demand your conversion using my hook. Yeah, hell yeah. Give up Catholicism, join Asatru. Come on, come on. Yes! There we go. Just turn literally all these people into Asatru. Hey, learning. Iron Constitution. Take that. So now we have a massive health boost against disease resistance, which is very useful. I don't care about the fertility. I have too many kids. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Just to lose stress and gain prestige. Ugh. You want me to go to war? Honestly, sure. I don't have anything better to do. And my people hate me for not being warlike, so sure, let's do it. Of course it's over here. It's always over here. Alright, armies. Let's raise you guys up over here. Enemy ally. It's a shame the dramatic music didn't just kick in, because usually that's what happens when you go to war. Alright, so everyone's here. I could lead this fight, but here's something to think about. So, next in line is this son, Ofager. Can I get Ofager to lead this fight? Because if I can... Ofager... Maybe I can't because he's my champion. Oh, here he is. Yep, so he has like no good commander traits. I'm just gonna have him lead this fight. In the off chance we lose, we're not going to. We're too powerful. But in the off chance we do, he might die. And that's not the worst thing in the world if one of my too many sons dies. But I'm also going to help win the war, and I mean, their capital is right there. The hardest part of ruling. By their very nature, team meets can often be extremely boring. If tempers don't flare and no one gets dramatic, then it's just a long list of low-ranking freemen discussing petty affairs and standing out in the rain. Yet, as king, I'm required to be here, growing older every second. Watching the men of Winkelmore talk each other to death. Wishing for war to save me from this living hell. We're at war. What are you talking about? So I could try to stay awake. That's not going to happen. I could daydream about strategy, which would give me... Come on. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. God. God. We'll get there eventually. But yep, that is pretty much the Crusader Kings experience. It doesn't matter if one of my sons dies. Seriously, this is the worst. I just want to see... There it is. +3. That's all I wanted to know, game. So +3 martial is what that would give me. I just daydream about fighting. Or I take a nap, lose some prestige, lose stress. Honestly, my stress is at 0 right now, so that doesn't help. I'll just take the +3 martial. Now, how's my army doing? Their army is chasing around my allies. Now, I should probably go and help out my allies, but honestly, Aha! Hello, Baithier! Is that how you say your name, Baithier? Now, fighting and winning this war will also get us prisoners. And we want prisoners, because those are people you can execute for free. Yep, I'm just going to besiege their capital. They realize their capital's in trouble, so they're going to try to step in and help out. My concubine is plotting to kill my wife. Honestly, have at it. I really don't care. Yeah, good for her. Like, my wife has done her job. I have kids. Alright, cool. So I'll just go with Baithier. And Kemlo is mine. And we've taken some prisoners. Okay, now it's time to go and kill you.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. How you doing? Has anyone realized that I don't actually say General Kenobi the right way? It's supposed to be like, General Kenobi! But I'm just like, General Kenobi. You know, it's just speech. Come on. Oh, damn it. Let's catch them. Murder them. Tear their heads off. There we go. Also, kill my son if you can. Sweet. We did it. Well, the war's not over yet, but we demolished them. Drifting apart. My Stuart vassal and friend. Well, I don't really like him. Oh, the Duke of Mercia. Why have I not converted him yet? Well, so we're kind of drifting apart. I want to make him like me a little bit more and maybe be friends and maybe remember to try and convert him at some point. Let's see. Troubling translation. Aha, this one. So, I'm translating a book, and my realm priest steps up and, no, he's translating a book. Right? Yeah. So, I could try to have a look, which would boost his learning if I'm successful and I gain some stuff, or I suck and he hates me. I could buy him a better translation, which isn't honestly all that much. Or I could gain a bit of piety, and he wouldn't like me. Nice, nice. Yeah, honestly, go big or go home. I want that 300 experience if I can get it. Hell yeah, we did it. Alright, not that much murder, but, you know. Now let's go and... Yeah. Another person wants me to have a concubine. No. Wait, what? Yeah, no, I'm not taking another concubine. I have all the children I could ever desire. More so. So, someone's been uncharacteristically friendly towards me. If this change of tone is indicative of a change of character, perhaps he could be convinced to release my acquaintance from captivity. Oh, no worries, Mix Max. Welcome back. So, I could have this person leave prison and he likes me more. I'm confused who this person is, but sure. Are you my vassal? Well, this guy's your vassal. Who are you? Why do I care? Old thing, that's not my house. I don't know why I care about this person. Sure, why not? See if they'll release them. Yeah, he won't release. I really don't care. Time to bully a rose. Alright, alright. Cool. So my chancellor made you like me more. That's nice. Ah. Like, my army is starving to death anyway. Should I just assault the fort? I found someone, my spy master. Oh no, my spy master told me that my daughter-in-law is a non-believer. Okay. Oh, by the way, you, person, can I demand your conversion? No, I cannot. I mean, I could, but it's not gonna happen. Let's sway you. Because I need to remember, Duke of Mercia, very powerful person in England. If I can get him to become Asa True and give up this stupid Catholicism, good stuff will happen. Okay, so my Chancellor and Vassal, honestly, he's done good stuff. Yeah, let's be friends. Honestly, yeah, let's just assault the fort. Okay, won that siege, took more prisoners. He got bored. Ah, shame. Actually, the war should be over now. But might as well move my army on to the next place unless my allies want to press their demands, because you're totally allowed to right now. There we go, we won the war. What did I get? A bunch of prestige and a bunch of opinion. Hell yeah. I don't remember if that was actually like... Was that a positive thing? Also, who... My grandson. My grandson, son of Leother, my former heir. Yeah, he's a poet. Good for him. Honestly, it doesn't really matter since you'll never... Your father was disinherited, so you'll never take the throne either, I don't think. It's not impossible for you to. It's just highly unlikely. So I don't think it matters who we marry you off to. And yep, there we go. Now, here's the next thing to think about. Prisoners. Well, first of all, factions. There are no factions. Good. Love to see it. My dread is currently at 62. Well, we got a bunch of Slovianska
Hello there.
Poles. General Kenobe. Hello, Bait there. We've got a bunch of these guys. First of all, am I allowed to execute them? I am. I've got a ton of children. So many children. You people are not children. You're gonna die. Well, since you're dying anyway, I guess I'll take the extra dread. Anyone else? How... So who are you? Are you significant? You're married to a vassal. So honestly, if I can just convert you, are you even... Yeah, I actually gain a bit of prestige from ransoming you off. I've never seen that before. But no, I think I'd rather convert you. It's not the best conversion. Like, there are definitely better people to convert, but more Asatru in the world is not a bad thing. You are married to the grandson of this person, who's a vassal. So again, I don't think, and you're zealous, so you're not gonna accept it. Are you worth anything? You are. Not much. You're probably worth better to me dead. And the rest of you are babies. So I'll just hang on to you. Someone wants a ransom. And it's this person. honestly, I'll just convert you. It'd probably be better to take the 75 gold, but that's really not all that much to me. And I don't know, maybe converting her could lead to some good. It's unlikely, but it could. And now we're back to the waiting game. Now that that war is over, and the fact that I'm still 65 and in poor health. I'm still not dying, but I'm getting there. I'm getting old. I still haven't even held Norway for 30 years. It's because I inherited the kingdom at such an old age. Okay, so I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, with sufficient tutelage. Okay, so my daughter is Midas touched. That's pretty good. Midas touched is great. Too bad I'm not playing as you. But now she's old enough to marry, so let's find you a husband. Yeah. That would lead to inbreeding. Let's just do it. I think I play, so like, the way I play Crusader Kings, I do concern myself over inbreeding and stuff like that. I think I shouldn't. I think the point is to be like, oh yeah, my dynasty is going to be super inbred because of succession and wanting good traits. Okay, ransom. Sure, you can have the kid. The kid's not worth all that much to me. Oh, lover's box. Burning sensation in my groin was growing so unbearable I had to excuse myself and flee to my chambers. Finally alone I could scratch myself to find relief. Yet there was no relief to be found, for my fingers found blisters and tore them open. Well, she gave me lover's pox. Great. Good thing I'm not reproducing anymore. I mean, I still theoretically could be, but I don't want to be. You want to rinse off the... Yeah, sure. Take them. I really don't care. Great. You'll love to see it. You love to see it. So Crusader Kings has now crashed twice during this stream. The plus side is the stream has not crashed once, nor has my PC. Continue. Where was the last autosave? Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be autosave based, not... Oh, we didn't even win the war yet. Oh, that's how far back we went, huh? Yeah, I need to drop a few more saves. So and so didn't get released. We're assaulting this place. Oh, my model froze. VTube Studio crashed. Alright, I'll close VTube Studio. Reopen that. I'll be back. See, this is one of the things that I would notice if I had more than one monitor. If I had more than one monitor, I could actually see when my model freezes or not. Or that I forgot to change my expression, or whatever. But because I don't, we're stuck here with this. So let's go green screen. Maybe move myself a little bit more in this direction. Cool. Alright, PC. Can you handle Crusader Kings and VTube Studio at the same time? Good question. So. Right. Yep. We become friends. Gosh, I lost so much progress with that crash. Now that's something I'm kind of hoping the Steam Deck, that's kind of something I'm hoping the Steam Deck will be good at. Oh. Right. Yep, we've experienced that before. Wait, did we? No, we didn't. No. Well, in this universe, this timeline, that person actually died from illness. Let's see. We could make the Duke of Lancaster my spy master, but that's a terrible decision. And yeah, no one else likes me or is good enough, so I'll have you be my spy master. You'd be a decent spy master with skill of 17. This time around, we can't even assault the fort because we haven't made a single breach. We will have assaulted this fort for 10 months with trebuchets, not even trebuchets, they're catapults. And not a single breach will have happened. There we go, we won the war. Got some prisoners, won that siege. Let's disband my army. So, same thing we did last time. Oh, we didn't even get the person in our prison. So you were the one that we're gonna demand conversion of, and then I think everyone else is just kind of like, whatever, if people want to ransom them, they will. Alright, let's drop that save. But yeah, the thing that I want from the Steam Deck is basically I want it to be good enough to actually run the games I want it to. Which is kind of why I like the concept of consoles a little bit better than PC. I mean, sure, you can optimize PCs all the way the hell out of them and have a very frontline PC if you optimize it. That will be way better than a console. It won't crash as often necessarily. You know, it'll be able to run games better. But in this case, I think I would rather. Oh, hang on, what? Okay, let's drop a save here real quick. So I'm not saying console is better than PC, I'm just saying I can feel relatively confident that a console is going to run a game. Because they're optimized up to a certain level. So that's kind of what the Steam Deck is gonna be to my mind. So what's going on here? When he inherits a foreign title, then I will lose his land. What is his land? His land is a lot. What's he inheriting? The Kingdom of Ireland. Aha! So, when this kid inherits the Kingdom of Ireland... When this kid inherits the Kingdom of Ireland, which, by the way, is just this... This chunk of land that he owns right here in Norway is gonna go with him to Ireland. This is annoying and frustrating. Pretty much all I can do, because this guy is gonna die probably soon. He doesn't look very good. He's 65. Basically, I've got two options. Number one is to basically just bring the Kingdom of Ireland into my kingdom, which wouldn't be difficult. Like, they only have one soldier in their entire army, and they have relatively weak alliances, minus this one. This is a pretty good alliance. So I could do that, and that would solve the issue of that inheritance no longer being as big of a deal. The other option is, can I even strip you of your titles? Because if I can strip you of your titles, then we don't have this issue. Revoke titles may incur tyranny. I think this is the most straightforward way of doing this. Like, it's the best way for me to ensure that we don't lose this land, is to basically just take it off of this guy. It's just not great because it will upset my vassals, it will incur tyranny. It will make this guy like me a whole lot less. Which, that part isn't the worst, but it's just... Hello, IRL Brunost. Have some good chalky milk bathe here. What do I do? think... Okay, is he first in line? The Kingdom of Ireland... Not only is he first in line, he's the only one in line. I think we need to take Ireland. For the simple matter of... Well, honestly, do we, though? Because, sure, we lose that chunk of land on succession. That's a problem. That'd be kind of annoying. But if that happens, I can just go to war with this person that takes away this chunk of land and take it back. Like, I don't need to hold all this land for 30 years. I just need the title for 30 years. I can have the land at any point in my life. That said, though, let's take Ireland. Let's take Ireland. This is Crusader Kings 3. This is a historical ruler sim, I guess you could call it. Because it's not really necessarily that you're playing as the Empire, you're playing as a character. I am playing as King Valdemar Leoterson of Norway, who's the King of Norway, and I own all this land. But when I die, these titles are going to get divided up. And so, just because you see right now this is how much I rule, does not mean that's how much it's going to be when I die. When I die, I start playing as my heir. So, that's kind of what the game is. It's a historical... You're playing as leaders, and succession is a big issue. Well, thank you for the follow. Tear my meniscus? Sure, thank you for the follow. So, let's do it. Let's go to war with Ireland. Declare war. So... we could use our once-in-a-lifetime kingdom invasion, which is not a great way to do it. Because, sure, I take Ireland, but it's also, that's a thing I can only use once in my entire life. Sure, I'm nearing the end of my life. But for Ireland, nah. But then if I don't get the title. And that's the point, I want the title. You're playing unmodded for the first time in a while. It's nice to go back to the base game. I have not played this game modded yet. I just have so much fun with the base game. I don't need mods. That said, I do still look forward to expansions. I think I'm gonna... This isn't the best thing. I should save this invade kingdom to, like, you know, invade West Francia or Scotland or whatever this place is. Like, I should save that. But in reality, I'm probably gonna die before I remember to use this invade kingdom. And this is the most straightforward way for us to gain this title so we don't lose that land. It was very good. That's good to hear, Bait Deer. We all love our chalky milk. So what happens if we conquer Duchy? We get Meath, which isn't what we want. We want the Kingdom of England, not England, Ireland. If that happens, can we usurp it? Is that a thing we can do? We could usurp the Kingdom of Ireland? I don't think that's a thing. But does the Kingdom of Ireland still exist if the person that holds the title doesn't hold any other land? I really wish I knew how this game worked more. There are just some intricacies and complexities to this game that I still have not fully grasped. I could assume that basically taking the one piece of territory this person has would therefore make the Kingdom of Ireland null and no longer exist. That's my assumption. But I don't know if that's a correct assumption. Let's say, if I fuck this up, if this is a dumb assumption and it doesn't work the way I want it to, we've got two options. Number one is I could wait until my peace treaty with this guy is over and conquer land or something. Because I don't know if this guy is even allowed to be in the game anymore if he doesn't have land. Option number two is I'm incorrect. He loses, the Kingdom of Ireland goes on to that person, that vassal in my empire. He gains the kingdom title. He then leaves Norway, and I just go to war with him again. So it's not the end of the world if I'm wrong. But let's go to war. Yes, you can. You can indeed choose the kingdom you play as. You don't even have to play as a kingdom. You could, if you want to, play as a vassal. You could play as the Duke of Kent, or the Earl of Kent. Well, probably not the Earl of Kent, but like you could play as the Duke of Kent, or if you were even smaller, like the Count of Kent. You can play on any level, like be a Count, be a Duke, be a King, be an Emperor. Like, you have so many options, and you can play, basically, if you see it, you can rule it. This country this little county right here, if I wanted to play as this character, I could. Yeah, that's just a thing you can do in the game. There are two starts. There's the 867 start, where a lot of people will be tribal. Or there's the 1066 start, where, depending on where you are in the world, you might be more likely to be, feudal. The reason I chose Norway is there was a recent flavor pack that came out for the game that was an expansion, not really an expansion, but, a DLC that added more stuff to Norse culture. So I actually started out playing just as like this cluster of counties right here, and I slowly expanded and became Norway, and then I took over, Denmark and England. Alright, so we're at war now, by the way. This is our war target, Ireland. They're likely to pull in their allies. Let them. Here's what we need to do. We need to raise our armies here. I really didn't give my armies enough time to heal from that last war, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. They're calling in their allies. This son has a new daughter. I don't care what that child is named. Alright, bring all my armies together. Let's put... honestly, the same... who was it? What was his name? My son's name. No, that's my grandson. You're my son and best friend, but you're not an heir. You are my heir. You're the one that I want. Alright, have you lead the army. So that way, if you get caught and die, it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, sure thing, sure thing. Oh yeah, and I've got Lover's Pox again. Because remember, I got Lover's Pox and then the game crashed and it forgot to save all that progress? That was a thing that happened. My skilled vassal, my vassal Duke Alfred, has proved himself highly capable, especially in matters of a diplomatic nature. There are some projects I'd like to undertake in the earldom of Lancastershire. No, Lancashire. Lancashire. My liege, with your blessing, of course. So I could say, take the reins. They would have more development. It would cost me a little bit of prestige. But yeah, sure, do that. Do that. Also be sure to check out our VTubers of the week. Valera and Ashlyn. I'm going to drop a save because, my god, this game likes to crash today, doesn't it? And one of my counselors is dead. It was my marshal. Okay, so who's a better marshal we can put on? You're the best. My nephew, with a skill of 19. But I could put this Duke on the council for once and make him maybe like me more. But I'm giving up a skill of 19. No. No, 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 no. We're gonna have you. Now. Yeah, I need to get to that capital first, but in order for me to get there, I need to besiege these various territories. Just gonna take a little bit of time. Because they just called this ally into the war. Ooh, additional taxes. Love to see it. Swaying this guy. Yeah, sure. I'll pay money to make it more likely that, well, to speed up the progress. Anglo-Saxons want independence. Don't they always? Enemies join war. And we got a learning perk and a scheme. Someone wants to kill my courtier. I don't care about my courtiers. Okay, so let's take restraint. Restraint's not that useful, but I might as well do it. And know thyself is the important one. This is the one where I will know if I'm going to die in a year. So I could use that as... okay, don't you love it? You click to go to save the game, and it crashes. That's crash number 3, by the way. But you know what I love? The fact that the game... the fact that it's just the game's crashing. I'm fine with my PC not crashing. That's totally cool with me. You know, I'm just not into having... well, now Steam doesn't want to do anything. Steam's being lazy. Wow, Steam literally will not open up. Run as administrator. how's everyone's day going? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Control-Alt-Delete, open up Task Manager. Would you believe Steam is not among the things that are running? I know it's not among the things that are running. It doesn't want to open at all. Oh my god. You know what, chat? We're going to do some troubleshooting. Three hours of sleep because of a fire alarm. That sucks so much. There we go. Steam will not open Windows 10. Yep, Steam just... Task Manager. Make sure end all Steam processes. I mean, I checked Task Manager. Steam is not running at all. Clear the app cache. You can do this on Windows. Lets you launch applications faster, but sometimes it can misremember things, resulting in problems. Locate the app cache folder in Steam directory. If you installed Steam on your C drive, you'll find it usually here. The app cache folder should be one of the top things. Just in case, copy and paste the folder. Once you've done that, simply delete the original. All that's left is to launch the client. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure a PC reboot would fix it, but the fact is that would kill my stream. And I don't want to kill my stream. I really don't like killing my stream if I can help it. And so, yeah. Let's see. What can we do? What are our options here? Well, I can minimize this. Because honestly, I don't think that's really being very helpful. Yep, double... Oh! Now Steam wants to open. I don't know why I didn't want to before, but now it does. Yeah, I don't know why the game is having so many issues today. It's like... It's a weird position where basically... Okay, let's first open up VTube Studio. We're in a weird position where games that I'm running want to crash, but not my PC. Which is good. That's like a good thing. If anything is going to crash, I would like it not to be my PC. But I don't want anything to be crashing at all. But also, if it's my PC if it's not my PC crashing, I'll take it. Like Crusader Kings, I know for a fact Crusader Kings is a relatively intensive game because of the fact that my PC crashed a lot in the past when I played this game. Like, I've had Crusader Kings 3 streams where the game didn't crash and my PC didn't crash and everything went perfectly. But I do know this game has a tendency to crash. I just don't know what it is specifically about today that's making it happen a lot. Because back when I was, you know, having more PC issues, I would kind of... I lost my train of thought. The point is, this game tends to be a little bit unstable, and I did fix that a little bit by basically putting all the settings as low as possible. You can kind of see, like, the map itself is kind of low res, the characters are kind of low res. That's because I turned all the settings way down, as low as they possibly could go. I don't know what it is that's making this game feel crashy today, because I didn't have any problems my last Crusader King stream. Whatever the case, as long as we're saving frequently enough, a game crashing isn't the end of the world. A PC crash isn't the end of the world, but I'd rather have a game crash. Okay, so Restraint, Embrace Celibacy. This is where we left off. I took that perk. Oh, also one of my counselors died, didn't they? Yeah, so I took that perk, and what I think I'm actually gonna do is do that. I'm gonna embrace celibacy. It's gonna cost me stress because I'm a lustful person, and a lustful person saying I'm gonna stop having sex is basically just like a death sentence. Not really, but you know what I mean. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because I don't need any more children, and I also have lover's pox now, so I really should not be having more children. Okay, on to this one. Now this is gonna be something, because we are at a little bit of a disadvantage based on the fact, like, sure, we've got more people than they do, but they're defending it in wetlands, which is a benefit to them. They have a better commander. Remember, my commander sucks. They also, yeah, just have more man-at-arms counters, better commander, so we might actually lose this fight, but if we do, it's not the end of the world. Who's raiding me? Really, I don't care. I can't deal with that right now. My daughter-in-law has a son. Good for her. Now, we might still win this fight. It is possible because we still have the numbers for it. So this person got killed, so I can't sway him anymore. Someone got promoted to be a commander. Sure, I mean, he's giant. 24, 16, yeah. I'll take you. Yeah, so we're winning this fight. We had a big advantage. I mean, we had a big disadvantage, but we still were able to push it. We took a few losses. Yeah, it was about an equal fight, actually. We lost as many as we killed. But we wounded the enemy commander. And we actually got people killed in that fight, which is interesting. none of them were on my council. And it wasn't my son. Though speaking of council, you're the one I should be swaying. Let's drop a save. Because we all know this game loves crashing. It's like its favorite thing to do. Oh, what's this? So you want to call me into war against the tyranny of someone? Sure. I'll do that. And as for here, with the fall of the settlement, this is basically the people that were being raided. It's been left bare. So I could curse them, which just throws away some prestige, or I could pay for them, which makes someone like me a little bit better. Sure, I'll pay. I'll pay. I'll join that war once I'm done with this war, which this war should be over as soon as I'm done here. Oh, there's an independence faction. That's not good. It's not even a throne faction, it's an independence faction. My grandson has a child. Good for him. So this war should be over as soon as we're done with the siege. In 10 days. Oh, we've got the map thing. Yep, arrest this person. Someone took someone as our okay, hang on, we've got a bunch of things happening. So we just captured the king himself. So he's, you know, I can force peace. We won the siege. Who's this person that got taken as a concubine? My granddaughter. Good for her. She's a lesbian, which I guess not good for her. Good for her that she's a lesbian, not good for her that she's been taken by a man to be her concubine. To be his concubine, I mean. Someone won a war. Let's force our peace. So I gain that title. The cold-hearted King Valdemar. Yeah. Let me have that kingdom title. Okay, so now I have the kingdom title of Ireland? I don't. Right, because that was a war for the duchy. That wasn't for the kingdom. So what does that mean for us now? Does the Kingdom of Ireland even exist anymore? Kingdom of Ireland. Not created. We solved a problem. We solved the problem. Ireland doesn't exist anymore. Let's drop a save. The game's stuttering a little bit. We hate that. So what now? Oh, right, we got called into another war. So what's this war? It's a war against tyranny. It's in Eastern Europe, because of course it's in Eastern Europe. I guess we'll help out. First I want these people to stand down. Yep, disband. Maybe I'll come and help out once my army recovers a little bit. We've got a scheme. Someone's planning to kill my champion. Okay. You just lost a crusade for Jerusalem? On which side, friend? On which side? Because I've got a fun crusade for Jerusalem story for you from this very playthrough. But yeah, if you lost the crusade and you were Jerusalem, that kind of sucks. Oh, you're playing as Italian. Okay. So here's the fun story. A few episodes ago, this is the story of how I first got England. Not this time. This time I had to reconquer it when my kingdom got divided up upon my death and succession. But how we first got England as Norway was this. The Pope had called a crusade on Jerusalem, and England, being Catholic, decided to join. So they sailed all the way, through the Strait of Gibraltar, all the way over into the Mediterranean to Jerusalem to fight in the crusade. And I was like, they're not home. So I declared war on England, took all their land, and basically by the time they got back home from the crusade, which they lost, by the way, they did not win that crusade. They lost heavily. They got home and found their entire home had been invaded by Norwegians. And that was it. That was it. They couldn't lift a single finger to defend themselves. Oh, would you look at that? The game died, and my chat box froze. Like, my chat box is now broken. Yeah, glad you like my story. I'm basically at the point where I have no other option. Well, I mean, I guess I could keep streaming this way, but the thing is, now I don't have chat visible to me because it's just a blank white box now on OBS because OBS struggled with that most recent game crash. I could open Crusader Kings again. I could restart OBS. I could restart my PC. There's a lot of things I could do, but honestly, this has kind of been souring my mood. Like, this isn't great. The fact that this keeps happening, the game keeps crashing. Normally I stream for 3 hours. This is like 35 minutes shorter than what I usually do, but just I don't want to deal with this right now. So we're gonna find someone to raid. It's a shorter stream than usual, but what can you do? Who do we want to raid here? There's a lot of people streaming right now. Yeah, there's a lot of people streaming. Let's... Hi, Cody. Don't know if you've been here this whole time, because if you have been, you will understand why I'm struggling right now. But here's who we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Ophelia. Because it's been a while since I've seen her streams. So we're gonna do this. Here in chat, I'm going to type the raid message. When we get there, send Ophelia our love. And yeah. So, yeah, you can copy and paste this message if you want. I will do that. And tomorrow, I'm not going to do anything. I have a friend that I'm going to hang out with. And then I'm also gonna do my usual, schedule and VTuber of the week and stuff like that tomorrow. So look forward to that. But anyway, let's get this raid going. Bye bye.
Sounds like only fire lives here now.
What? 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 It's a living.